Let's
Yeah.
go.
Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's talk about things we're afraid of. List your top three fears. What are your top three fears?
Public speaking is one.
Okay.
Failing is another.
Failing.
Failing is another. And I would say letting down, letting down someone
Yeah.
would be my top three fears.
So every 70, 80% of people have a fear of public speaking. It's common. So we're going to cross that off the list. We can get over that one. Repetition,
Yeah.
being prepared.
I know they say it's repetition and actually knowing what you speak, what you're talking about actually helps with public speaking.
Mhm.
I think that all that is all fine and dandy, but when you're up there, those nervous bugs start to tingle, and within them tingling, it just makes me very nervous just to public speak and talk in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah. Especially if you are worried about their opinions.
Yeah,
So if you combine your top three fears and your public speaking, they would all like funnel into that.
yeah,
So fear of just speaking in general, and then fear of letting people down, and then fear of failure. So all those three things would naturally gravitate into a public setting where it's like, I'm going to let somebody down if I don't say the right thing or get the right response. Um, a friend invited me to speak at the Dave Ramsey Corporation a while ago, and I went and spoke, and the um, it went really well, but my buddy was really nervous. Like I said, I've done this a lot. I've done this a lot. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. But allegedly, the the morning of, they didn't know I was speaking for some reason, or their leadership team didn't know who I was. Well, why would they? So they were about to cancel me, and I'd already like flown to Nashville and everything.
yeah. Did that make you even more nervous though? See, that would have made me a lot more nervous walking into a building and people don't know who I am, and I'm already know that I have to speak, and seeing everything kind of like throws you off your plan. You throw a bomb or inside of your plan, and then
Yeah.
don't want it to explode, but it could pretty much knock you off your game plan. So
It
how
it
did
made it I didn't have that approach. I had the okay, fine, you don't want to be here, don't be here.
okay,
Like I'm here to speak, and who's gonna listen? They're gonna listen. Like, Little Miami showed up is really what happened. Little Miami roots kind of
okay,
messed it up a bit. But I have been in places where um it's been a disaster from the moment I said the first word in a sentence, and I was like, this is going horrible.
yeah,
You're trying to figure out an exit ramp the entire time, and you can't focus on what you're going to talk about. There's yawning, people are looking at something else or doing something else. And in those moments, I just try to go faster and get it over with.
yeah, yeah. I realize when those moments happen, when people are like not paying attention and yawning and um, just a little distracted, I realize walking around as a speaker kind of helps people pay attention. Because if you're standing in one spot and you're talking, a lot of people zone out. But if you're walking, people are actually, they got to turn their heads, to watch you walk and to watch you walk into a room. And if it's like a classroom setting, I would like to walk around the people that are actually
Yeah,
in the classroom. Um,
absolutely.
that's some of the ways that I have done to try to keep people's attention while I'm actually speaking.
Yeah. And also, like, there's this subtle body language stuff too. When you're walking around, somebody's not paying attention, but you walk near them, but turn your body like
Yeah,
they're over here, and you're looking this way, but your body language is like, hey, maybe maybe you should focus in for a minute here.
yeah,
Especially if it's staff, you're just like, we good?
yeah. No,
But when
you do
you're
the shoulder touch. As you walk, you do the whole touch them on the shoulder, and they're like,
yeah,
softly shoulder touch.
yeah. I remember I was teaching a class at Palm Beach Atlantic University, and I said something, and I asked one of the students a question. It wasn't a huge class. I mean, there was like 30 students.
Yeah.
And the student just looked me dead in the face and had been looking me like square on. So I thought, let me ask him this question. And they said, I'm so sorry. I haven't been paying attention to a word you said.
Oh no.
And I just thought it was so honest. I was like, I appreciate that. It's an 8 a.m. class. You're tired. We've all been there. You're good. This is what I was talking about. This is what I said.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think
What are some of
fear.
the tools do you feel like you could give leaders within like myself that's afraid of actually speaking in public and speaking in front of people? What are some of the tools you can actually give me to help me with public
Yeah.
speaking?
So a couple things I always recommend, and this is by learning it and by trial and error of failing and succeeding, is one, you don't need to introduce yourself. A lot of speakers take up the first minute trying to gain the confidence of the room or the wherever. Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Bennett, and da 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 da, and here's my resume, and here's a funny little joke. And it's you only have so much time that that person's going to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
So don't waste it stating exactly what they already know, because your name is either on a screen behind you, or it's in something in their hand that they handed out if they still do that, or it's on their phone, or literally
Right.
they're Googling you as you talk.
Most people actually introduce you as you walk.
Yeah, absolutely. Please welcome so and so when you come out. And um, I don't even like to do thanks so much for having me here. You know what I mean? I want to get right into the first thing that's going to grab their attention. Um, so that's the first thing. I don't introduce myself. I don't go into, I'm so glad to be here. I've done that before, and it's just filler time.
Yeah.
Um, the best thing I've done is to start with, this is our problem. Whatever it is the organization is facing, we start with, this is the problem.
Yeah.
And then quickly to, and this is the solution. And that's usually like the bulk of what you're going to talk about. And then the third thing is, if we take this solution and we apply it to our problem, the result is going to be this future,
Mm-hmm.
which is amazing.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And it can be done in any kind of setting. Some people get nervous when they're in front of a little staff meeting of maybe, 5, 10 people.
Yeah.
That's nerve-wracking for some people.
Yeah.
So I didn't make this up. This is called the rule of three. And it's just a way to get into what you need to talk about the most because you have a limited attention span. And as the generations get younger and younger, the rule is always true. If I could have read this in an email, it would have been better. You know what I mean?
What is it? Oh, the
No,
rule of three?
that's it. So if
Oh, it's
if
the
I
rule of
give up and give this big talk and they're like, you could have sent that to me in like a 3 sentence email and I would have got
three.
it. Then there's no point for me to be here. You've wasted time, and
Everything.
time is everything. Time is currency. Time is money. Um, so what is, I want to put you on the spot.
Oh gosh.
What is your worst failure in public speaking? I'll tell you mine. You tell me yours.
Mine was passing out. I actually passed out in public speaking. Yeah.
Like during your talk,
Doing my talk. Yep. Straight down.
just
Hmm.
could you could you feel it coming on or what? Like,
It's the nervousness, I guess, in a sense, where you just start feeling tingling in your body, and I just went straight down,
drop straight to the ground. Dang.
straight to the ground. Most
Okay.
embarrassing thing I've ever experienced.
How many people?
I was about 20 people.
So
But I've gotten
enough.
better. So let me say this too. I have gotten better with
Hmm.
public speaking because of the job that I have. Um,
Hmm.
no one will ever be able to tell outside of those people that I passed out in front of um, that I have this fear of public speaking. Um, but I have been practicing it so often because of my job and because I have to speak in front of my entire team.
Hmm.
Whenever we do award shows, of course, I have to speak in front of a larger team. So I've gotten a lot better. some of the keys, like I said, I've done is just moving around and looking at people and just staying focused, I guess, in a sense, on what those topics are that I need to discuss, the
Yeah.
problem, solution, what we need to do to get to that solution.
Yeah.
So that kind of helped.
Yeah.
How about
It um the worst, well, there's been so many.
you?
Um
No way.
yeah, oh my gosh. The but thank you for that vote of confidence.